It's the Spotter Stand Live, starring BSR Pockets, BSR Hot Rod, BSR Momo, BSR Jova, BSR Scar, BSR SR5, Eddie D, featuring BSR Wings, Bubba J, Vince Conway, BSR Rugrat, Gear, Big Vito, Palmion, Randy Seeley, musical guest, BSR Mayhem, and your host, BSR Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, BSR Texan.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Spotter Stand. Coming at you once again live. Give you all the updates from last week's racing at Vegas and what's coming up this week at Bomb Squad Racing. And we've got a good little group with us tonight. Hot Rod joining us once again. Palmian, Eddie D, Rugrat, and I see we were just joined by BSR Mayhem in the booth. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Hello.
Doing good.
I'm doing great, but I left the goddamn door open.
Oh, is it cold as hell in there?
No, I left Mayhem in.
Oh. Well, we had a great week of racing at Vegas, man. Awesome races. Very few cautions at any of the races this week, even the team series that we ran on Saturday night. We had a lot of green flag racing, green flag stops. A lot of fun this week. Let's get right into it. We're going to kick it off with the truck series. Wednesday night, let me scoot over here to the schedule. We've got two races behind us now, Daytona and Las Vegas. Let's go and check out our results.
I got him.
10-4. Let's go through the results here. Vegas and the trucks.
Mr. Texan with the great win. Joe was second, Mayhem third, Pockets fourth, and Gear rounds out the top five.
And look at that. I managed to lead the most laps on Wednesday night as well. Kind of surprising there. Mayhem led quite a few, 23. I know we had some great racing in that race. Only 2 cautions. Oh, it says 3 cautions. I think
3.
didn't that third one fall like after
I
the
blew
race
up
was-
right at the end.
The 3 cautions really wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad night of racing. I know we had a couple of consecutive green flag pit stops back to back. With the last one, a little bit of strategy. How much fuel you're going to take? How many tires you're going to take? I believe this was the night that I opted for just 2 tires and came out with a bit of a lead over the rest of the field, who pitted a little bit earlier and took all 4 tires, and just wasn't enough time for them to run me down. Or was that might have been Friday night?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I was loose that whole race through like 3/4 of it. I remember I was overheating and I wound up way off sequence with you guys. And without those caution flags, I could never really catch up. And then I thought I would have to pit one more time because I pitted so early, but it worked out perfect. I was able to come from a lap down and race all the way back up to third with the fresh tires. But I could not catch you. By the time my truck finally settled in on the setup, I kept tightening it up, and we just had no cautions. I couldn't run you down. You were fast, you were set, and it was an awesome win.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was a great race Wednesday night. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's go take a look at our standings. Just 2 races into this truck series. Looks like I hold the lead. I've got a 7-point lead over BSR Pockets. We got a few more ties in here. It looks like a tie for third place between Eddie D and Hot Rod, both 14 points back. Palmian holding on to that top 5 spot there in 5th place, down by 15, and Gear right behind him, down by 17 points. Rugrat, look at Rugrat's right in there in 8th place, right in the middle of the field. 23 points back. Great job, Rugrat.
I'm just glad to be tied for third, considering I have not finished a truck race this year.
I missed the first one. I finished third in the second one, and I still lost spots in the standings.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, I finished this race in an accident, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm lucky to be up there on third too.
Yeah, I have not finished a truck race yet this season.
Well, we're only 2 into it, so we got total of 12, 13 races before we.
3 races because I didn't finish the shootout either.
Got plenty of time to go here before we get toward the end of this season.
But I'm just gonna say I ended up finishing third in points, I think, last year in the truck series, and my whole first segment, I think I had 2 finishes. One at Atlanta that I won in the truck, and then a top 5, I think, was the only finishes I had in the whole like 2 months or 3 months.
I see Vito out there tuning in. Good to see you, Vito. Welcome. Vito, Gear Jammer, Chris Hurd, everybody that's out there tuning in. We appreciate you guys being with us here as we're doing the show live. Let's go back over, take a look at the schedule here right quick, because this truck series will be off for the next few weeks. Our next truck race won't be until March 11th at Atlanta. We'll be coming back to the trucks. What we do have coming up this week on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, is going to be where can I find
the start
that?
of the brand new dirt series for the 2020 season, and the final dirt race to determine the champion for the AK.
That's right.
Is what is on Wednesday.
Yeah, this race tomorrow night will serve as a dual purpose. It's going to be our final race for the AK Memorial Series and the very first race of the 2020 dirt schedule. So we will be in the dirt on Wednesday night for the next couple of weeks. Devil's Bowl coming up tomorrow night. Then the following week, we will be at the Springfield Mile. Great track. I know we've had a lot of fun racing at Springfield. That's one of my favorite tracks, I believe, on in the dirt. That's one I tended to actually be able to compete with the Foot Doctor a little bit. And then after that, coming up on the 18th, we will be at Fonda, another great dirt track, before we head back over to truck racing the week following that. So tomorrow night, we're going to be in the dirt, something we haven't run for a few weeks, several weeks now, since we've been doing all this Speed Week stuff and running the Daytona races in the Xfinity on Friday night. And we haven't been in the dirt for, a good month now, Larry?
Oh yeah, it's been at least a month since we've been in the dirt.
That's going to get
back in the middle of January last time we ran the dirt.
It'd be great to get back in these dirt cars and have some more dirt racing. Myself and Palmian, this is going to be our home track, the Devil's Bowl right here in Mesquite, Texas. Palmian literally a stone's throw away from this track. He can hear the cars from his house when they are racing, see the lights. He can look out toward the track, see the lights, hear the racing. Even gets to see the fireworks going off over there when they have them.
Absolutely. Now, on it being a multi-purpose race, I'm looking forward to finishing out the AK Racer, series with that one and starting our dirt series. Because I know you're probably going to cover a little bit of that, but if I may, take over the current standings for Super Champ status.
Let's go take a look at what we've got left here. This AK Memorial Dirt Series. You can see the Devil's Bowl here, last race to be run. Current standings. I am in the lead in that only 3 points over the Foot Doctor, Hot Rod. 12 points back is Pockets in third place. And, that 3 points, Hot Rod just might take a championship away from me here in this AK Memorial Dirt Tour.
The Foot Doctor is going to bring the pain, right?
Oh yeah, Devil's Bowl. That's a fun track, but it's easy to make a mistake there. You coming off of turn 2, especially. It's real easy to get the car loose and spin out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
or kill his favorite spot on the whole racetrack, coming out of turn 4 in the pit road wall.
Oh yeah. I love running right into that, smack into that wall. Because the best thing about it is it pushes you right out into the track in front of everybody else, so you get run over, by every car that's out there. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's nowhere that they have nowhere to go. Somebody hits that wall and gets pushed out there. There's nothing you can do.
Yep.
Yeah, not only just getting loose, but coming off of that turn 2. Even if you don't get loose, if you don't do it just right, you get sort of bogged down. Your tires are just turning, but you don't seem like you're going anywhere, and it takes a minute to get some speed back up coming off of that corner. So, yeah, I know I struggle there with that turn several times. So just keeping up with you. I know this is scoring like regular race, so if you win, you get the points for a win. You get the points for leading a lap, points for leading the most laps. So I would say chances are if you manage to win this race, even if I finish second place, if I finish second place and lead a lap, I think you got it. Even if you don't lead the most laps, even if you just lead a lap and take the win, that might tie us. But if you lead the most, you would definitely have it.
Well, here's going to be the interesting detail. Okay. You won 3 races as of right now. If I win if I win on tomorrow night, that gives me 3 wins. So we'd be tied at 3 wins apiece, and we'd have to go to second place. I don't think we've ever had to go to second place points to determine a championship. That could be interesting news for the spotter stand next week.
It could go to that, and we'll have to see. I would bet you would have me beat there more than likely, but we'll have to see how it goes first. We'll see how we finish, see where the points lie, and we'll see who takes this dirt championship here in the AK. While we're looking at the AK points, let's go take a look at the overall right quick.
Which you have sewed up for sure.
There it is, Super Champ. Yeah, it looks like I've got a 34-point lead there. So no matter how that turns out, looks like I've got that one. Eddie D probably got third place sewn up, it looks like, in that Super Champ overall. Yep.
I don't know.
Palmy and Mayhem currently tied. So,
yes.
Mayhem, you going to be able to race with us tomorrow night?
I'm not going to be able to race until next Wednesday.
So all week, you're going to miss this entire week?
Once again, yeah, this week is killer, man. Rehearsal tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all double shows, and I'll be back on Wednesday.
So that'll move Palmion up to 4th, and should put Mayhem in 5th. I don't think Pockets can pass him.
Yeah, he'd have to make up 17 points. I don't think he's gonna
be able to
make that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job, Eddie D, in the AK series over the winter. I mean, that's awesome. You were talking the other day about how you would like to podium in one of these races, top 3 finish. Well, that's a podium right there, and that's an overall of all 3 of these series that we ran
together. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a great job.
Thank you, Texan. I appreciate it. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about the AK series when I said that the other night, and now that I'm looking at it, it's like, how did I pull that off?
Consistency, man. That's what it's all about. Consistency. Just having, you don't have to get the win. You don't, if you can consistently finish in or near the top five, that's going to put you there come the end of that season, because that's what's going to put together your overall points. And that's what it takes to get a championship.
Back to one more thing I want to throw out for the AK series tomorrow night. You do remember that I have the last win, so that means I don't get to qualify tomorrow night, and I have to start in the back.
Well, that's one thing I got going for me, but somehow I don't think it's going to take you very long to work your way up to the front of that field at the Devil's Bowl.
I don't know. There's some stiff competition. The Pockets has been running really, really good there. Eddie D runs pretty good there. There's some cars. I got Rugrat. Holy crap! I got a battle Rugrat tomorrow night in the dirt. She's really good. If you remember last year, the final race last year, you'll know she's pretty dang good there. So
yeah, I remember she held me off for the last 10 or so laps of that race last year.
She liable to go out there and steal a win from all of us, make us all look silly tomorrow night.
Let's go on and take a look then at Thursday night. What we had going on Thursday night. Let's hop back over to the schedule here. And we're going to go to the Thursday night Cup Series, Segment 1. Thursday night ran at Vegas. We were at Vegas all week last week. And Thursday night it was BSR Mayhem that took the victory. You got these up. You want to go over these results for us?
Yes. Yes, I do. Mayhem with the great win and the domination. The 79 laps led, most laps led. Texan second, Momo third, Pockets fourth, and Hot Rod rounds out top 5. And I had second most laps led, by the way.
Yes, you did at 12. Mayhem just dominated this race. You led 79 laps. That's pretty dang good right there. You had a great car on Thursday night, pulling off the victory, jumping into the bonus points on Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm going to need all them bonus points until we get a little later in the season, a little past June, and then I'll be able to make full attendance. But I'm loving my mile and a half program. Everything makes sense. And Vegas, I got down on Thursdays for sure. I got to get that truck back to where it was last year. But that was fun. That was definitely fun. You almost had me at the end. I screwed up a little bit, and my tires would wear out a little bit. But that was a really fun run there.
And it looks like, Palmian, you had some bad luck in this race on Thursday night. What happened to you? I see you 28 laps down. Did you lose a motor Thursday night?
Yeah, there was a pretty decent wreck early on where I ended up pretty much catching into the side of gear and tearing up my engine. And she just let go near the end on me.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It is racing. You can't always avoid them all. Looks like Gear was able to come back from that at least a bit there. He finished on the lead lap, 7th place. So it could have been a lot worse being involved in an accident.
Yeah, I mean, even Pockets said, in the wreck, Pockets and Gear, we were all involved, and those two were like, "Yeah, I got little to no damage," and Pockets goes, "Yeah, I think Palmian's done though." And I was in the pits for a good, 2 minutes, and they got her back running. And
is that the one that was the 3 wide and Gear moved up in the Pockets, and then they went down into Eddie? Is that right?
Yeah, it was a little congested in the turn, as they would say, but just didn't have enough time to really get a good checkup and caught Gear square in the side, and my motor didn't appreciate that.
No. Usually when you hit something head on like that, it usually pretty much takes you out. Even if you're on the brake and you have the clutch pulled, you're pretty much done.
Well, now you know why I
20 miles an hour down anyway.
That's why I concentrate so hard on qualifying at these tracks, because, I mean, anything could happen. You can have a crappy truck or a crappy car and get loose and lose some spots, like I proved on Wednesday. But if you could stay out of the chaos,
And
and
the
that all those
mayhem.
restarts, the mayhem and chaos out in the back. It's the best place to be out front, especially on these tracks where it's all about tires and fuel management. I just want to be away from everybody.
Let's go look at our points here on Thursday night. Just 2 races into this series. Looks like I've got the lead here as well, but not by nearly as much. It's close. Tie for second place between Pockets and Momo, both down by 3 points. SS Joba in 4th, and then look at that. We've got a 3-way tie for 5th place. Hot Rod, Bubba J, and Gear Jammer all down by 11 points, tied for 5th, and Palmian right on their heels, down by 12. Eddie D right behind him, down by 14 points. Mayhem, looks like you missed that first race in this series as well, which puts you back there a little bit, but like I said, so long as you can make a little over half of these races in this first segment, you're still going to get bonus points
User disconnected from your channel.
at the end, as though you made all of them. I think he pushed the
You
wrong
fall
button. Yeah.
Or clicked the wrong button. One of the two.
Palmian, you and Eddie D seem to be battling in just about all of these series. You guys are usually finishing real close to one another.
And Gear,
And
Gear's usually right there with them too. Yeah.
Yep, and it looks like you've actually got a little bit of a lead on Eddie D here in this Cup Series so far. 2
I
points.
do. It's been a tough battle. He may currently have me in the truck, but at the moment as it stands, I've got him in Cup, and I'm okay with that. I plan to keep it tight in the truck, and he plans to keep it tight in the Cup. So,
And we're going into Cali, and as we all know, Cali is a very interesting track to say the least, and you can get squirrely in a heartbeat over there.
Yep, it can be a little bit loose coming off the corner at California, and you get a little loose coming off of 2, 3 and 4. I'll tell you a little secret about turn 3 and 4 is it can be real easy to overdrive the middle of that turn. You get right in the middle of 3 and 4, you feel like you can just really get back in the gas, and you can, but you will push off of that corner right up into the wall coming off of turn 4. So it's gonna be tricky. Turn 3 and 4, you got to roll the center of that corner just right and wait until just the right time to get back in the gas there, or you will push right up into the wall. And at Gear Jammer actually, despite having some bad luck here and there, he is still tied for 5th place, 11 points back with Hot Rod and Bubba J. That's going to be interesting to see what happens there this week. Who is able to definitively take over that 5th place spot? It looks like I just got a text from Mayhem. It said his laptop died and he doesn't have the power supply, so I don't think he's going to be able to make it back in this evening. So that's a little tough luck. Rugrat prepared herself there. She went out and got a little charge going. She was ready to come in, and apparently Mayhem didn't have the power supply to even be able to get a charge on his laptop. But at least we know Rugrat came in prepared, huh?
I think she went to sleep though.
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
And Mayhem bounced out, and guess who popped in? It's the one and only Beto.
Big Beto. Good to see you,
Big
Beto.
Beto.
Yes, so we're going to Friday night, so that's perfect timing. Absolute perfect time.
Yeah, perfect time. Before we get over there, let's go back. I know we've already talked about it, but we'll take a look here at the schedule for the Cup Series. We do have California coming up on Thursday night this week. We'll be in the dirt on Wednesday. We'll be at California on Thursday night
And
in the
Friday.
Cup Series. Yeah, and Friday.
Friday.
So we move over to Friday night, segment 1 in the Xfinity. California coming up in this track, or in this series as well. And Friday night, Big Vito. If you see right here, these two
Big
names,
Vito
it
with
shows
the
the
pole.
yeah. Big Vito sat on the pole Friday night.
Thank you.
Awesome job, man. I mean, it ain't easy to get a pole around here. You know,
No, you usually take them.
Yeah, and
It's-
that's what Mayhem was just talking about here a few minutes ago. Why he focuses so much on his qualifying is to try to get that pole, or at least on the front row, and get up there towards the front of the race. So yeah, congratulations, man! Great job
Yep.
on the pole. Let's take
Great job, Vito.
let's take a look
Appreciate
at
it.
our race results from Friday night here in the Xfinity Series.
Yes, Texan with the win. Bubba J second. The rookie in third. Pockets in fourth. And Eddie D rounds out top 5.
Look at that, the rookie, Palmian, finishing in third place. Podium finish in the Xfinity Series at Las Vegas, and Eddie D with the top 5 there at Vegas. Vito, not the greatest luck after sitting on the pole there. You did run a great race, ended up finishing 7th, down 1 lap, but you finished ahead of Hot Rod there, who actually led the most laps in that race. Hot Rod led 39 laps, ended up coming in
Yeah.
third place.
I ended up getting damaged and was like 5 mile an hour off the pace at the end of the race. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that was the very first time I ever raced on that track, and I wasn't aware of the drop off with the tires, so it got me kind of behind.
Yeah, for sure. Vegas
That's-
is the track you got to go a little easy on the tires and watch that tire temp. That's what'll catch you out.
That's the one where we were clearing the black flags, and or I was clearing the black flags and the giving a lucky dog back, and I spun, got wrecked. Yeah, that killed me. I was done.
Yeah, I think you were coming off of turn 2 when all of a sudden it just shot you up to the wall or something.
Yeah, I was giving a lap back, and the car got loose, and then it snapped.
Yeah, I see you out there, Chris Hurd. It is good to see some of these new guys doing good here. Some of the newer drivers doing well, getting the pole, finishing in the top 5. I still say it. You need to jump back in here, start racing with us again. We got a whole brand new season going, and I'd like to see you up there on these
It wouldn't
lists
take
doing
very
well.
much for you to be right here with us, Fitchhorn.
That's right.
Yeah, come on now. You've got the 13. The 113, he's a teammate, man. Come on, let's go.
So
And Vito and Chris, thanks for those congrats earlier. I just
Yep,
saw them.
So let's go over, take a look at Saturday night team series. Where are we at?
Got the standings, Friday standings.
Did
Friday
we forget the
standings.
Friday stand? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Thank you for reminding me. Let's go take a look at that. Friday standings. I've got the lead in this one too. What's going on here? I've got the lead in all 3 series. It's even closer in this one. It was 7 points on Wednesday night, 3 points on Thursday night, and Friday night it is only 2 points over BSR Pockets, and Bubba J in third
3
place,
points to third.
down by 3. Look at that, Gear Jammer sitting in 4th place, down by 8 points, and Palmian round out top 5, down by 10 points. Gear Jammer, Palmian, both in the top 5 in the standings after 2 races in the Friday night Xfinity Series. Both of you guys doing great there. Eddie D not too far behind.
I was gonna say, me and Eddie D were chasing them down, weren't we?
11 points and 12. Yeah.
I was going to say the other 2 that have made every race are right there. So it's definitely going to be an interesting season.
Yeah, I haven't finished well in either Friday night event. So, I hope California changes my luck. I know Atlanta will when we get there.
California, big wide track, lots of room for racing there. You can use the High Line. You know, plenty of room to race, and there's usually a lot of good side by side racing, a lot of good passing, crossover moves. California, just a great track, a lot of fun. I'm sure we're going to have races just as good this week as we did last week at Vegas. Let's go ahead and go check out the Saturday night team series here. If I can find it on this list. There we are, team season 40. So we're halfway through season number 40 here at Bomb Squad Racing. Almost 400 races in. We're 395 races down, only 5 races left to go in season number 40. We had a great race on Saturday night, and it was my team, Aftershock, who brought home the victory on Saturday night. I didn't blow up this week, managed to stay in there. We had almost a repeat of last week. Last week, we had the top 4 sewn up, and I blew up with just a few laps to go, and my teammate SS Joba brought home the victory with my other 2 teammates, Palmian and Bubba J, bringing home second and third. And again this week, but this time it was SS Joba that blew up close to the end. I managed to pull off the victory, and Bubba J and Palmian again second and third place. So we held.
I tried to beat the rookie. I did everything I could.
Yeah, that was some
I just didn't have
fantastic
any help
racing.
whatsoever. It was about 2 mile an hour slow. So
Yeah, on that last pit
I
stop.
don't even want to talk about Saturday.
That last pit stop, Larry got the jump on everybody in the pits. Came out with quite a few second lead over the rest of us, and I had 2 teammates with me. We were all in line, pushing to catch up to him. And when we did catch him, you had a lap car with you, Larry. Who was that? Was that Vito, I believe?
He had Randy with him.
Randy.
Yeah, he had Randy.
and Randy had damage also a little bit.
Yeah, and we were able to get past Hot Rod, and Palmian was the last car in line there with us, and he just barely managed to squeeze down in between Hot Rod and Randy to be able to keep Larry from squeezing in there and getting one more spot. But you did everything you could, being all by yourself and bringing home 4th place for your team. You still led a lap, got that bonus point, and it was Pockets who brought home 6th place for the Mafia. So looks like Aftershock in that one race gained a total of 10 points over the Mafia and gained 7 points over the Trump 2020 team. And I see that in their Gear Jammer. The Trump took out the entire Mafia team during that race.
Yes, the Momo did. He was not on his game on Saturday night. He was.
Yeah, I had to check up
He had a
for
bad
the
night.
rookie. And when I checked up, Momo Trump caught me in the back, sent me sideways, and I got clips shot up in the air above the catch fence. And if I'm not mistaken, when I came back down, I came down on top of Gear Jammer.
Yeah, Momo. Yeah, he just had a bad night. Really bad night.
Yeah, I was staying off of Bubba J. Eddie was trying to stay off me. Momo hits Eddie. Eddie bumps me. Eddie goes flying. And chaos ensued behind.
Well, that brings whole new meaning to the phrase, you got trumped.
Yeah.
Yes, it very well does. I didn't even think about that, but you sure are right.
Usually we got trumped because y'all just kicked our ass. But, this time
You still kicked your ass. You just did it in a different way.
got trumped in a whole different way. So let's go look at our standings here after this shook things up a little bit in the standings in the team series. Halfway through, Aftershock pulled off enough points to take the lead away from the Trump 2020 team. Trump 2020 has led this thing since race 1. And finally, another team moves up to steal that lead away. It may be temporary. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. Black Car Mafia with not very good luck, as we've already heard, in race number 5. All of their team ended up damaged, and they were lucky to be able to pull off a 6th place finish. But they're still right there in the hunt, only 12 points back. We got 5 races to go. So all it takes is Mafia to have the kind of finish that Aftershock did this last week or two, with a 1-2-3 or even just a 1-2. Keep the other teams back there a few more positions, and they're going to gain these points up. I would bet you this next week. Obviously, these points are probably going to. Positions may change again, but I would bet you Mafia has got their stuff together. They're going to come ready to race this week at Talladega.
Oh, we always come ready to race. And, we usually set up pretty good, but there's always something in there that just doesn't let us quite get where we need to be when we need to be.
Yeah, sometimes you get that devil monkey wrench thrown into things,
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. You definitely got it this last week.
Let's go look at the schedule here, the races that we have left. Looks like we are coming back into the trucks this week at Talladega. Trucks again the week after that at Daytona. So this Saturday night, we're going to be making the switch from the Cup cars back over to the trucks. We'll be racing at Talladega on Saturday. So we got coming up Wednesday night. Tomorrow we'll be in the dirt at the Devil's Bowl. Then we'll be moving over to California in the Cup and the Xfinity Series. And then we will be racing trucks at Talladega for race number 6 of the Team Series. Halfway through, 5 races left to go. So we're going to see what happens this week. It's going to be another great week of racing. It's been a great week at Vegas. I had a lot of fun. We had some great races at Vegas, and I know we're going to do the same this week in the dirt, California, and Talladega.
Oh, yeah, we are. Gear Jammer, are you trying to insinuate you're not going to be there Saturday?
That's what he's trying to make it sound like, or he doesn't realize that he really does stand a good chance of winning this thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I get discouraged a lot sometimes in these races as well, especially in this Team Series. So many different things can happen to you in one of these races that you absolutely have no control over. A lot of times it'll be going into the pits. Somebody loses control in front of you, brakes a little hard in front of you, or maybe locks their brakes up behind you, gets into you, screws up your pit. Just the wreck happens in front of you. You got no control. You can't miss it. So many different things can happen in these races when you're putting together the perfect race, doing everything you can do, and then something completely out of your control comes along and just ruins your entire race. That happens sometimes, and sometimes it happens a few weeks in a row. Sometimes you just get that bad luck, that streak that just seems to stick with you. But the one thing I always remember especially in the Team Series is I'm there for my team, because I know that we can use every point we can get, and that one extra guy, I might just happen to be the only one left, if something happens on the track, takes out all 3 of my other teammates. If I wasn't there, then, that really screws our week. But if I'll show up just for that reason alone, even if I get discouraged and maybe don't feel like racing sometimes here or there, just to be there for my team to try to help us out, especially if we're down, and you need every point that you can get. So hopefully we'll see you Saturday night, Gear Jammer.
All I'm going to say is nobody had it as bad as poor Randy and me had it for the last 20 weeks. Because we finished both seasons about 50 points behind everybody. So
I see Gear typing in out there. He's got to go through Pittsburgh Saturday night. Not sure if he'll make it home in time. So.
Oh yeah. Work related gear.
And keep us informed, because if it's not going to be hella long, we'll hold it for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go over, take a look at our bonus points here. After another week of racing behind us, we're going to start out with the Truck Series. I did take the victory and moved my name into the race winners box there with one more bonus point. And with that bonus point, that looks like that moves me into the lead over there on the totals box. We had a tie between myself and Scar, both with 3. That bonus point moves me up to 4. Scar with 3, and we've got several ties there with 2. Pockets, Momo, and Eddie D all have 2 bonus points in the truck, and SS Joba in there with 1. Bonus points changing. Hopefully we'll get another name added to this race winner box here, California, in this truck series. And
Not in the truck series. We're in the dirt.
I mean, oh yeah, we're in the dirt. So these points won't change next week. These bonus points will be what they are actually for the next couple of weeks until we get to Atlanta in the Cup series.
Hopefully when we after the Atlanta race, it'll have a new guy in there.
Yeah, Atlanta is a tire eater. Atlanta is a track another one of those tracks that's really tough. If you thought Vegas was tough on your tires, wait till we get to Atlanta. That's one you'll have to really watch that tire wear in. And Hot Rod is, one of the best at conserving tires, conserving fuel,
and defending race champion. I won Atlanta last year in the truck.
Well, maybe we will be adding a new name to this race winners box come Atlanta a couple weeks from now. So let's take a look then at Friday night series, the Xfinity series. I won Wednesday and Friday, so I got my name over there in winners box on Friday night as well, and that moves me up to a total of 3 bonus points in this Xfinity series. Pockets, however, still holds the lead in the Xfinity series with those 3 bonus points for the Daytona win, and he also got a bonus point in the AK Daytona, which substitutes for the duel as well. So Pockets with the lead on Friday night, 4 bonus points ahead of myself with 3. And we got Gear Jammer and Bubba J tied there for third place there with 2 points. Momo, SS Joba, and Hot Rod all also in there with a bonus point. So you got your bonus point in here on Friday night, Hot Rod. At least you're on the board here in this series already.
I won the AK in both the Cup and the Xfinity. The only bonus points I've gotten all year. The only races I finished. Pretty much.
Well, let's go over and take a look at the Cup right quick. The last one we've got to look at. Mayhem took the win in the Cup series, moves himself into that race winners box with a bonus point, and that is his first bonus point of this season so far. None in the top 5 in the AK or the Daytona race. I don't believe he was present for either one of those. So Mayhem moving on.
I think Mayhem ran the AK. He just missed the first week.
So he just missed out on the top 5 in AK.
Yes. I think he got in a scuffle in both the Cup and the Xfinity at the end. I think that's what happened to him.
So he did earn himself a point, though, and he's moved himself into the race winners box and the total bonus points box with 1, tied with Hot Rod and Palmian. Also got a bonus point in this series. Pockets holds the lead, however, in this one as well as the Xfinity. Pockets with 5 bonus points total here. He got him a bonus point in the AK. Got himself 2 bonus points in the Daytona. And he got himself 2 more bonus points for winning the shootout in this series. So total 5 for Pockets puts him in the lead. SS Joba right behind him with 4 bonus points. Momo and myself both have 2. And as I said, Palmy and Hot Rod and Mayhem all have 1. And once again, good to see some of the newer drivers doing well. Palmian, not only with the podium finish this week, but also already got himself a bonus point in this Cup series. Great job, man. Doing awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't let Eddie D outdo me in the truck where he got his, so I had to answer back in the Cup. So
yeah,
I said, if we had an overall over the season right now, Eddie, I'm up by 3 points, sir. You got to catch me.
I'm going to work on it. Trust me.
I think
And when
we
you pass me, I'm gonna catch you. That's all there is.
we got ourselves a little bit of a rivalry going here.
A friendly
Now
one.
it's
A
not
friendly
late
one
on
for sure.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, little friendly competition. That's always good. That makes you step up your game. You got some, especially when you're running that close with somebody else and you're always finishing that close, it makes you step up your game and do that much more to try and get, one more spot, whatever it takes to get 1 or 2 more points.
Absolutely. I said it last week and I'll say it this week, man. Me and Eddie D are coming. When we get gear in there too, man. The 3 of us. Watch out.
That's about all we got for you guys this week. We've been through all the news from last week. We'll let you know what's coming up this week. We've been over our bonus points, and we are looking forward to seeing everybody on the track tomorrow night in the dirt at the Devil's Bowl. Looking forward to getting back on the track with BSR Rugrat. I know that she's been running with us a little bit more this season, run some of the asphalt. Definitely been running the team series for a little while now, but been running in the dirt with us for even longer. That's where you started out racing with us, was in the dirt, and you've stuck with it and been with us ever since. Like I said, you ran pretty good at the Devil's Bowl the last time we were there, so looking forward to seeing you on the track tomorrow night.
She has started every truck race so far.
Hopefully she'll continue that.
That's the goal. But we'll see.
Yes, you can't yell at me, Texan.
I wouldn't do that. Well, I wouldn't do it. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't. And a lot of these truck races, we run the same race on Friday night in the Xfinity, and it's the same setup. So, in the truck race, you can get in there and get familiar with the track, and you get another opportunity to do that same race on Friday night when that Xfinity runs the same track as the truck does. So maybe you'll get in on some of those Friday night races also.
The plan is the double, the ones that we're going to go back to. She's going to try to do that with, because her schedule on Friday is usually pretty hectic. So yeah, like Atlanta, we only run it in the truck, so she won't run that. But the tracks that we double up, like Las Vegas and that, she's going to try to run Xfinity also to give her some more seat time. So when we get back to them, she'll be better off.
Yeah, Friday I was almost 2 hours away, so it definitely wasn't making it.
And we'll have you running in the Cup Series before you know it. Whether you like it or not, otherwise we might have to yell at you. Well, thanks for tuning in out there, everybody. Appreciate you guys keeping up with us live out here on YouTube. And thanks to all of you guys again for coming in and helping out with the show. It's always good to have as many voices and opinions in here as we can get, because my memory's not always the greatest, when we're going back to these races. So it's good to have you guys in here to remind me what I'm getting wrong.
Yeah, me either. My memory's about as far as I can throw a peanut. So.
Well, with that, we're going to get out of here, and we will see you guys on the track tomorrow night at the Devil's Bowl. Have a good one.
See you later.
See ya.